Dave.
Ian.
We've begun.
Yeah, enough burp talk. Yeah, that's for outside.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. People think that we do the terse hello because that's how we talk to each other, but really it's just for your editing purposes.
Yeah, it's for me lining up. Yeah, a waveform with our little theme song that's long since faded since we started talking.
Little view behind the curtain
Yeah.
of sausages.
Yeah.
Sausage. I'm mixing metaphors. Okay.
The sausage curtain. Yeah. Are we both wearing white button-up shirts today? Look at this.
White and blue.
Yeah, white and blue. Look at that. Fancy, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking good. Business cash. Ian, how you doing, buddy?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
I woke up the other day with the most disgusting combination of symptoms you can possibly have. I had pink eye over here.
No.
And an ear infection over here.
No. And I'm going to let you over to my house?
I have on antibiotics. I've been on antibiotics for a couple of days, so I'm okay. I am not contagious. But this ear will not pop. It's been plugged for like a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I was like, I felt so gross that day. I was just like, oh. You know when you like disgust yourself? You know?
Yep. Yeah, like if you're like, I don't think I need to take a shower, and then like maybe like 12 hours later you catch a whiff of yourself and you're like, oh God.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
It was that sort of situation.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Yeah. So welcome, new listeners, I presume.
This is a show where we talk about cars and bodily odors and functions. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have some hot car content today, or tepid car content. We'll go tepid car content.
Okay.
I've seen things. I rented a car. We have some games. Other people have seen things. I think that's a good recap.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Yeah. What do you want to talk about first tonight?
I want to talk about, this may surprise you, something that has ground my gears.
Really? Oh, are you shaking your fist at clouds?
Something that has annoyed me. I don't know. It's unheard of in this show to open the show with something that has annoyed me, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
So,
what's pissing Ian off now?
So when this comes out, this will have already been old news, but because it's already old news when we're recording it. But this past weekend was the Indy 500. It was one of my favorite days of the year when it's Monaco, and then the Indy 500 comes on, and then usually it's a NASCAR race, but then that was delayed, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I watched Monaco, and it was great. And then the Indy 500 came on, and there's just a thing that we've talked about on the show in years past, but it continues to annoy the shit out of me, and that is the amount to which the NBC commentators are just all up on Santino Ferrucci and his dick. They're just all up on it.
Okay, I'm not familiar with any of this. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, as someone who just does not watch sports, give me.
So there's this guy in IndyCar, Santino Ferrucci, who he's a young kid. He's like very like brash and has like a weird haircut and the whole thing.
This is a driver.
It's a driver.
Okay. He's
an American. He was in the F1 kind of feeder series several years ago.
Okay.
And I think maybe this will refresh your memory, but he was the guy who basically got kicked out of F2 or F3, I don't remember which, for like, he like hit his teammate on purpose with his car. Yes. He had his cell phone.
He was the one with his cell phone. That's it. While
driving a Formula car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
OMG. Sad.
Right. Yeah. And here's the thing is like, I'm not like that, like hardcore of a racing fan where this should bother me as much as it does. Cause like, whatever, he was like a kid and, you know, whatever, but he still, you know, kind of does like questionable things. Like he was doing a questionable thing at the Indy 500 this year under caution, like approaching the scene of an accident, like pulling up beside somebody, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
But I think what really annoys me about it is that like his whole like brand and his family's brand now is like really like jingoistic, like rah rah America shit.
Oh, okay.
And just the combination of that with essentially like being an American representative in Europe and then getting kicked out for being an entitled asshole,
right,
is just such a perfect, like, ugly American
encapsulation,
like,
right?
It's like the definition of an ugly American. If you are like an entitled dipshit to the point where the Europeans kick you out and you have to go home.
Right.
I mean, and then to be like, go America when you get home, it just drives me like batshit crazy. Like and then, like there's no mention of it in IndyCar. Like the coverage of IndyCar is very breathless and fawning over him. And whatever, he's fast, but I don't know. It's a weird combination to me, and it drives me nuts.
Okay. Do you think like it's just like folks like broadcasters and stuff like that just kind of cherry picking the event, or not the events, but cherry picking kind of the qualities that they want to see and are kind of ignoring the rest? Or like, what do you think is kind of the play here?
I think he just makes good television.
Okay.
I think he just makes good television, which is fine. Like I love Dennis Rodman. I'm fine with like sporting people being loud and outspoken and a little weird or whatever.
Weirdos, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course they're going to be weirdos, and they should be. Like, they should be weirdos. They shouldn't be like automatons or whatever.
Yeah.
But just like to have that little shame to then like his car has like a flag on it. It's like just his whole car is a flag.
Of course.
Like of course it's the guy who was too gauche for Europe.
Right.
Who's going to do that? And it's fucking embarrassing. Honestly.
Right. Is he like kind of the spirit of him? Is he the kind of tourist that would go to France and be like, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German?
100%.
Okay.
With his like lacrosse team t-shirt on or whatever the fuck. Like,
yeah.
I mean, yes. Yeah. Like any bad stereotype you can think of like an American traveling overseas.
Okay.
That's what this is.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I honestly, I think that's what drives me the most crazy about it. It's just that shit. And he's just an embarrassment.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
I get it. I think that it would be one thing, say like 10, 15 years ago. I feel like it would be a little different, and you would maybe have some more folks that echo your feelings around this kind of attitude. But I think that not only is it kind of like not as many folks echo your feelings, but maybe they're undercut by like this kind of crop of emboldened individuals that live off of that kind of shit, right? That are like, like we've talked about before, like it's, it kind of hooks back to like Trump and like driving the wrong way down the highway and people being angry at him because he's fucking doing something illegal. And then people that support him are being like, he's just thinking outside the box. You're just mad you haven't thought of it, right? And then taking that, that criticism as enforcement that you're doing the right thing, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And so in this environment, in 2023, like that kind of stuff it hits different than it would, 10, 15 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. You're probably right. Because there was a time where like you'd come home with your tail between your legs and your tail would be between your legs. Like you would have some sort of like, oh, I fucked up,
Yeah.
And there's none of that.
Right. And instead of that, now you're having like people like being like, yeah, fuck yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It is, shame is gone.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff like that where it's like, we've had a tooth removed and the nerve ending is just flipping and flopping all over on a daily basis. And like the slightest breeze hits us in a way that it never has before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that's exactly right.
So I'm with you on like this, why this grinds your gears, buddy. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Pleasure doing business with you.
You too, Captain. Okay, all right. So, I mean, within the last like 2 or 3 episodes, Agitated Ian was in the title. So I'm going to have to think of something different for the title. So we're going to have to talk about some other stuff, buddy.
Okay. Well, I've got more stuff. I'm bringing the content today.
I see that you have a rental car report. Does this involve you being agitated?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay.
But you know what? I think both the My Eyes that I have and my rental car report and the thing that I'm like agitated about, all very America is the kind of the thing that like
Really?
threads all these things together.
Okay.
America.
We're coming up on Independence Day.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And we just had Memorial Day, so it's a flag wavy time of the year.
Yeah.
If you could direct your attention to the photograph labeled "Bitchin" in the shared folder, that will be my rental car.
Yeah, let me pull it up here. Yeah, here we go. Bitchin'.
Bitchin' is the word that I think of every time I see one of these cars.
If this isn't an 86 Trans Am, I'm going to be mad.
Very close. I mean, very close. Trans Am is on the right.
Oh, okay. Yep. Camaro. Just a white Camaro. Is this a special Camaro? I don't know. I can't identify anything with any of these anymore.
This is a rental spec base Camaro.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This was my rental car.
Okay.
And you know what? There's a couple of things that like, it's been a while since I've driven one of these.
Yeah.
And a couple of things really stood out to me. One is that they remain impossible to see out of.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
very
visibility is
high
not great.
hood line, very high waistline, very low
feels
roof.
Massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And two, it just, and I know it's the Turbo 4 or whatever, and so it's not going to be like the most exciting thing or whatever, but it just like, it wasn't fun at all. Like I didn't feel the need to do anything crazy with it. Like it didn't inspire me to do like, I didn't even do a burnout.
What?
I swear I didn't do a burnout.
You didn't do a burnout in this car. You're given the keys to a Camaro.
Yeah, I don't know. I had it for a couple of days and I just like felt no need to do a burnout. I don't know why.
Are you okay?
Maybe not.
Are you under duress right now? Blink 3 times. If your rental car company is watching this episode.
I'm actually coming to you from the trunk of this Camaro.
Yeah. That's so weird, Ian.
Yeah, I don't know. It did not grab me in any way. It's like when there's an album and like all of your friends like it and you know that it's good. Right. And it just, and you can hear like, oh, this person is talented. They're doing this and this and this, and that is praiseworthy. They have a great voice, whatever. Yeah. And it just does nothing for you. Like it just washes over you and does not change you in any way.
I've had a video game like that. Lara Croft Tomb Raider Chronicles. It was like an isometric Tomb Raider game. Okay. Great game. Well rated, really well done. Fantastic gameplay. Just didn't. And I love isometric games, right?
It just didn't grab you.
Yeah, right? Just nothing. Like, I understand on paper, like, all this stuff is cool, you know? And, but you're right. You're right.
Sometimes that happens. And that's just what happened with this. And, like,
that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I had opportunities to do burnouts, and I just didn't do it.
Wow.
I don't know.
Huh. I mean, I think we're going to need to, like, put you in, like, I don't know, some cheap like Suzuki Esteem shit box or something just to make sure you still got your Ian magic. Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know.
That's and maybe, weird. I don't know, maybe I was just in a weird mood or something, but like, I didn't enjoy it at all. It wasn't fun.
Now, there's a guy at Autocross that uses one of the like super hot versions of this. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine like what Autocross would be like in that chassis, like in a car?
I'm sure it's. I know that these things are very capable. I've never driven one of the fast ones of this generation. Mm-hmm. I've only driven the slow ones. I've driven fast ones of other generations. Yeah. But I still think just like size of it, just like how it looks out of the hood and stuff, like it just is huge. It feels big.
Okay. Okay.
I would imagine that would be hard to like place in between the cones and stuff. I mean, I'm sure you get used to it, but yeah, it's hard to see the corners of this thing.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he do well?
Yeah, he does really well. He's really fast. But I think that comes down to like, just people that have spent enough time behind the wheel of a car to have like nerve endings for it,
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that acumen,
Yeah.
But yeah, like it would like something like this, like, I mean, so, it's the age old debate, right? Camaro Mustang, right? Like, what was your last Mustang experience? Was it something that we did at a press event, or was it a rental car?
I had a rental car.
The
not
convertible?
That long ago. Yes. Maybe I had a hard time.
You drove in like the Pennsylvania rain or something like that?
Yeah. But so, and maybe that's part of it too, is that like, I think I know that these turbo 4-cylinders are great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in another car, they would be fine. It doesn't translate to this, like I think I want a just point and shoot muscle car experience when I'm in something like this.
Okay.
I want a big shouty V8, and like the engine was quiet and refined. And I was like, okay, I'm just like in a shitty Audi.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would rather have a worse engine.
Right. I get that. Yeah.
I'd rather have a V8 that made less power.
Yeah.
That sounded like a V8 and acted like a V8 than this.
Right.
In this car.
Just because it's the best doesn't like, or something is the best or better doesn't mean that's really the thing that we want.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think that experience, like having the big hood.
Yeah.
And all of that, you just want to you want it to like squat and do all the bad things that it does and all that. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, okay, sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd probably, I wonder how you would feel about like the V6 offerings of this.
So I think if I remember right, I think it's like the Mustang now where you can't get, they don't have the V6 anymore.
Yeah. But I know when this gen Camaro came out, like base model engine, I think was a V6, right?
Yes. So you can get this with the 4-cylinder.
Boosty boy.
Yeah.
This is great podcast audio.
I know. It's so let me Google.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get the V6 engine.
Okay.
But this had the 4-cylinder. And then obviously there's the V8s at the top. So
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever driven the V6 in this generation. Yeah. I've only ever driven the 4-cylinders.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think it takes a lot of work to make a 4-cylinder turbo car that we don't like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, but I don't love it in the Mustang either. I think I have the same thing. I like the V8 ones they're just more exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't want like a reproduction. Like you want to hear the real thing. Right?
Yeah. And I don't know. Just the experience of being in a Camaro or a Mustang, like you just have a certain expectation of how things are going to go. And even if they're not good,
right.
Like it's still just is weird and underwhelming to get something refined and quiet and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Like
that's not the car for that.
Right. You don't want like some super clean digital like Star Wars remaster. Like you want the original VHS tape with the black boxes around the TIE fighters, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my rental car report.
That's really interesting that it just like turned you into like this apathetic Ian. Like I don't see apathetic Ian very often.
I know. Well, and meanwhile, like I get a Hyundai Sonata and I'm like, can I do a handbrake turn in this thing? I don't know.
Can you do a handstand in this thing?
Yeah, I don't know. it just had that it had a weird effect on me. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Odd.
It was like my kryptonite or something. It just
right?
weakened my powers.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Now, on the continuing with the America thing, I did see, and you're going to see the hood of this thing in this next picture, I think. I did see a license plate that is not usable for the license plate game.
Okay.
But I want to applaud this person because this is some like putting your money where your mouth is level trolling that I can really get behind.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you turn your attention to Bad Flag, that is the license plate text, and then just go ahead and describe to the people what you see.
Okay. So it's a Subaru BRZ.
Yep, you're gonna have to zoom in a bit
On a "Don't Tread on Me" license plate, Virginia "Don't Tread on Me" license plate, and it says "Bad Flag."
Yeah, which is like, that's pretty epic to do that in Virginia. To put "Bad Flag" on the "Don't Tread on Me" license plate is pretty awesome.
You might as well say like "You are dumb," you know?
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty good. That's
a level
good.
of commitment that I can respect.
Yeah. I hope that they don't get their key card or their car keyed. Their key card.
It's like, what?
Their key card. Yeah. My wife did that the other day with the heat seater or the seat heater in the car. Yeah. We call them now. They are forever called heat seaters.
Heat seater, of course.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You stumble across a gold nugget like that, you keep it for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, Bad Flag. Yeah. You just want to you want a way to high five them, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I saw a similar thing that was somebody that had a sticker on their car that said just simply said "No one's treading on you, sweetie."
I like that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. That takes some guts, and I applaud them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good on you, Bad Flag person.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Okay. All right.
I think that's my end of America report.
This is interesting. So this is quite like the arc. So we had the agitated Ian to the apathetic Ian to the supportive Ian, and boy, you're taking us on an emotional journey here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really have.
I thought I was the one that like really goes through the highs and lows.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to just be like completely even keel this episode?
I think that's what we need. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will be the straight man, and you just be the sine wave, buddy.
It'll be good. It'll be good to hear your impression of me, because that'll be, I'm sure, flattering.
Wow. So, Ian, I mean, we have some other stuff to talk about. We have some other stuff that folks have seen. Speaking of stuff that I saw, besides the "No one's treading on you, sweetie" sticker, I did see this one. My wife and I saw this one while we were tooling around, and we like this sticker on a car. I mean, people have their sticker games on point. So this is on a Honda Odyssey minivan. And tell the people what it is, Ian.
It's just a picture of our minivan, and it says "Never say never."
Right? Yeah. I mean, we are unapologetic minivan enthusiasts. We love minivans, right?
Yeah.
And like Lexus is coming out with that crazy minivan, right? Like rivals a Maybach,
Yeah.
Right? We're here for
it. They do a thing, and they do it super well.
Yeah.
Do it really well.
Yeah. So we saw the "Never Say Never," and we like that. Yeah, good job, person.
Yeah. A+.
Right? Yeah. Let's see. What else did I see? I don't think I've seen anything else, Ian. I think it's some of our listeners have seen some stuff. If you'd like to see that.
Let's go through it.
All right. Our buddy Jesse, her boss had I think a BRZ, and then they traded it in for something. Ian, I want to get your take on this. This is what they traded it in for.
I mean, I hope it's the old patina pickup truck.
It's not. There's an old patina pickup truck in the background of this photo, but in the foreground, it's a Jeep. Jeep something. What is this? This is
That's
a Jeep.
a Cherokee?
Compass. This is the new Compass.
Oh, Compass.
Yeah, it looks like a baby Grand. What the hell am I thinking of? Am I having a stroke? Should I smile to make sure both sides of my mouth pick up? Not the Grand Wagoneer, but just the Grand Cherokee.
It looks like it looks like the Cherokee.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of these.
No. Yeah. Downgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, I get it. I kind of get the move. Like if you need more space from BRZ to something like this, that sort of makes sense. Honestly, I mean, I think if you're going to do something like that move, like I think a Mazda makes more sense.
Yeah.
But these are fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to question Jesse's boss's choices, because if they keep Jesse employed, then obviously they're making a good decision.
No, that's true. That's true.
So, but yeah.
So I'm going to say I don't like this unless this person listens to the show, in which case, great job.
Right. What do you think of this color? This like kind of like orangey-ish color. I like
the color.
Orange is making a real comeback on the Toyota line. Yeah, stuff like that.
I like that you go bold with the color. Great.
Yeah.
If you can't go bold with the car, go bold with the color. Sure.
Hey, that's a great motto. Yeah. And if circumstances are right, do both.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. But I mean, that I have no beef with the paint.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Direct eye contact into the camera, clarifying paint. Nice. Okay. Our buddy Mark.
Also, I will say, excellently composed photograph.
See, right? Thank you. Yeah. Wonderful photograph, Jesse. Thank you.
Really good photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Our buddy Mark saw a Lincoln and he said, "Oh, too soon." It's a Lincoln hearse.
Oh, too.
Like oh, too soon.
Oh.
Yeah. I always thought these MKTs were interesting looking.
I mean, it's very interesting looking now.
Now that it's a hearse.
Yeah.
But
it looks like another car got put on top of this one.
It does. It's a weird looking car on its own. And then you hearsify it and it looks even weirder. Right?
It almost looks like this is what it was meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Because it looks a little like the Munsters hearse.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Am I thinking, is that the right
car? Their car was like this, like the hot rod looking thing. Or are you thinking of like, was there an Addams Family car?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Addams Family car was, like the long, like a pre-war car, like a Packard.
Well, or the one down there where it's got like the squared off back is kind of what is making me think that.
Yeah. Yeah. I always thought an MKT like on airbags would look interesting.
Oh, I'm sure someone's done it.
Yeah, right?
Surely.
Airbag, not airbag, but like air suspension.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need to Google image search that. Yeah, that's the sedan. We want
that's because you said MKZ. That's the MKZ.
Oh, thank you, Ian. Good catch on the Google MKT air suspension. Oh, looks like you could be the first person on the internet to post a picture of a Lincoln MKT with air suspension. Yeah, if you do it, get in while the getting's. What?
Yeah, it's almost like I think it could look like almost like a fancy Ford Flex.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate that. As a hearse.
Yeah, right?
It's not like they chopped up something that I care about.
Right. Okay. And then I think the best thing, or I should say not the best thing. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Jesse. But I think my favorite thing that we've gotten lately is our buddy Dana down in Florida sent a picture of this gorgeous brown Nissan 300ZX.
Yes.
Right?
That's beautiful.
It looks so freaking clean, man. Yeah. It looks so nice. Yeah. These have aged so well, in my opinion.
Yeah. And this generation in particular, like, isn't the one that I think most people think of. And it's not the one that I usually think about. I usually think about the next generation after this.
Yeah.
But these do look really good when
they do, right?
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and like brown, I think like with brown and like the plastics that you're like kind of keeping shined up, like the black plastics, like that looks so good together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I still like the next generation a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's just the second, because there's only 2 generations of the 300ZX, I think, right?
I'm trying to think if so. The one that Dana sent us, I think, was the pre-face.
Yeah, 2 generations. Yeah,
pre-facelift Z31. Yeah. So there was the 89 and on Z31, which is this one. This is the one that you think about the most, right?
No, the next one, the Z32.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think it is Z32.
Let's find out. Yeah. Yep. Z32. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is the one that I always think about when I think about the 300ZX, because mostly just those fucking taillights, man.
Right.
They're so good. But yeah, the pre-facelift one, I think, of the Z31 looks best.
Yeah. I do. And like, I think the like taillights that take up like the entirety of the back of the car, I'm here for, man. I want those like I'm not a Star Trek fan, but it makes me think of like the Star Trek, like, you know, like their menus and stuff, you know? Yeah. Like I want big, chunky, blocky things of color, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, Dana, for sending that, because that's really cool. Yeah. Somebody is doing really good work keeping that thing going.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else you want to talk about today?
Well, Dave, I have a license plate game for you.
Okay, and I have one for you.
Let's do it,
mister. Yeah,
let's trade license plate games.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let me do
whatever order you would like.
Okay.
It's cool with me.
All right. I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to the Ian Don't Look folder. Here we go. Ian, this one's called Rock.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Here you go, buddy. Throwing you straight into rock.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, wow. All right. So we've got an Audi Allroad, the A4, the newer A4 based one. We've got the requisite Toyota 4Runner in Colorado.
Yeah.
Of course. And then we've got a yellow Dodge Ram, maybe like mid 2000s era, late maybe 2010s era.
Yeah.
And then the license plates, Guar with 2 R's, Rockstar RKKSTRR, and then V Halen.
Right.
And I mean, right away, go ahead and zoom and enhance on the Ram, because I think I know which one that is.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be Van Halen, because the license plate frame is Eddie Van Halen's signature guitar pattern thing.
Right.
Now people.
Or that's what I want you to think, Ian.
Maybe, yeah. But I mean, that's Van Halen. Now, here's the thing, is that the 2 cars that are left don't match either of the plates whatsoever.
So have you actually listened to Guar, Ian?
I have not. I don't think I've ever heard an entire Guar album, but I've heard Guar.
Right. Have you gone to see Guar live?
I have not, because I was not a theater kid.
And I've never seen Guar live either. But as someone who worked in a music store, I think it's like kind of like a rock rite of passage of seeing Guar live.
It's sort of like, my impression of Guar is basically like Kiss wasn't dorky a band enough. Like you're like, I like Kiss, but I wish it could be more like going to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There you go. There you go. Yep.
And that's kind of Gwar.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was never my thing.
Right.
It seemed like just too over the top for me.
Do you want to see pewter miniatures that have come to life and are now playing like weird rock music in your face? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Can I go to a concert and play Dungeons and Dragons at the same time?
Right. How much do I have to roll in order to not get fake bodily fluids on me?
You have to roll for the merch table. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what Gwar is. And when you think Gwar, you think over the top crazy. You don't think either gray Audi Allroad or a gray Toyota 4Runner.
Yeah,
neither of which have stickers.
Less gray. You're right.
There's no stickers on either of them.
Also, I think that there is a thing where like there's a difference between like being someone like us who is Gwar aware versus someone who's fucking paying the DMV for a Gwar plate.
Yeah.
And determined to because they threw an extra R on the end of there. Yeah.
Right, which implies that more than one person has a Gwar plate in Colorado. Okay, can we zoom and enhance? Maybe there's something. Maybe I can see like a silhouette of a mohawk or something.
But like just a dice bag hanging from one of the mirrors.
I mean, there's a little trailer hitch. There's nothing on the Audi.
Ian, I'm sorry, buddy. I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you here. Yeah.
And there's no stickers.
There's no stickers. Yeah.
Just the two most vanilla cars possible. And then Rockstar. Like, what am I going to do with that? Now, do you think maybe Rockstar could be like a rise and grind sort of situation and doesn't have anything to do with music?
Okay. All right.
Maybe those dumb rise and grind people.
If that was the case, what car would you put them in if you were picking between the two of these?
I think the 4Runner.
Okay.
Because I think that there's something about the 4Runner that is like a whiff of multi-level marketing to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like somebody who's really proud of their MLM business would drive a 4Runner.
Okay.
In Colorado, particularly. I don't know why. It's just a I don't know, stereotype that I have rattling around in my head.
You've invented, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've completely invented out of thin air. And then maybe Gwar is like, a former club kid sort of situation who now has, this is like a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac sort of situation.
Yeah.
I think these are in order. That's what I think. I think it goes Gwar with the Audi.
Really?
Rockstar, because I think Rockstar is like maybe like a mid-20s person who thinks they're just fucking crushing it, rise and grind sort of thing. And then I mean, there's nothing. This is the most chef's kiss thing I've ever seen in my life. This yellow Ram parked poorly. Parked over the line with like ladders and shit on the top.
It's their work vehicle. Yeah.
You know who's driving this is? Remember I told this. I don't know if you remember. I told the story where I framed houses for a summer.
You framed houses?
Oh, really badly. And one of the guys on the crew had an S10 Extreme. And would just like be up on top of a huge ladder hammering nails with a joint hanging out of his mouth. That is who drives this truck.
It is who drives that truck, Ian.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay. All right, Ian. I
got one correct.
I hate to tell you this, but you only got one right, Ian. You got Van Halen. The only thing that could have made that better was if it was a work van.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah. PETA captured Rockstar.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a climbing enthusiast? I don't know.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
And then Gwar on the 4Runner. I don't know, man. Yeah.
I got nothing.
right? Your guess is as good as mine. So thank you, Ward, for sending that in.
Yeah, you stumped me. Good job.
Yeah. I saw that Van Halen plate at the grocery store, and I was like, oh fuck, this is so good. And the guy was sitting in his car. I think he's still in it in this picture. And so this is shot through the tint of the Lexus, like, like zooming in, praying that like he doesn't see me and get upset that I'm taking a picture of his Van Halen plate. Yeah. And what I should have done is I should have walked up to him and been like, fuck Sammy Hagar, right, brother? And high-fived him.
Right.
Because I feel like he would have high-fived me back. Because this is not a Van Hagar fan. This is a Van Halen fan.
He would have just tossed you a beer. Right?
Like, where'd this Coors Light show up from?
Yeah. It just appears in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Right? Yeah.
That's such a good spot. All these are great spots. Man.
Yeah.
Good one.
Thank you, Peter. Like thank you, Ward. Yep. There we go. Yep.
All right. I have one for you.
Okay. All right.
It is entitled something. What is it entitled? It's entitled We Get It, You Have a Hobby.
I like the We Get It series of vanity plate games that we do, because I did We Get It, You Work Out. Yeah, We Get It, You Have a Hobby.
Because I feel like the vanity plate thing is definitely like you're shouting at people.
Yes. Yeah.
You're shouting at people who didn't ask to be shouted at.
Right.
And so we're responding. We get it.
Yeah, we get it. Okay. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. We get it. You collect Beanie Babies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wouldn't it be great if one of these was Beanie Babies? That'd be hilarious.
Maybe I have a themed license plate like that in my hopper.
Oh man, I can't wait.
I do have it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. We get it. You have a hobby. Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay. Up top, we have a beautiful blue V6 Honda Accord Coupe. Mm-hmm. Love that color. Love that car. In the middle, we have the putty green gray Toyota Tacoma TRD 4x4.
Mm-hmm.
Then down at the bottom, we have a Subaru Forester in black, like my soul, with a Thule box on top that's as big as the car itself.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the plates. We have one that says Dingy, D1NGHY, Dingy. Mm-hmm. That's a nice dingy there, buddy.
Yeah.
Then we have Hike Go. Okay. All right. Hike Go.
Yeah.
And then we have Ski Boys. We're the Ski Boys.
Ski Boys is one of my favorite plates that I've ever seen.
If we are ever in the snow together and snowboarding or whatever, we have to refer to ourselves as the Ski Boys for all day. Yeah. SKIBOIS. Ski Boys.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The best.
Okay. Yeah. Now, so I'm going to do some zoom-ins and enhancements. So we have a bedazzled license plate on the Accord V6 Coupe. Mm-hmm. That is one of the best coupe body styles ever made.
Yeah.
Right?
It's good. I like it.
Yeah. I love that car.
For a front-wheel drive coupe.
Right?
Good.
Yeah. I'll take that over a Toyota Solara any day. But that's
and I think these are kind of like BMWs, I feel like, where when they come out, you're like, ugh. And then every one of them has aged well. Mm-hmm. All the Accord coupes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And clear glass on this one as well.
Oh, yeah. No tint. No
tint. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't lead the witness, mister. Bedazzled license plate that says Pitt. Okay. All right. Then we have a literal hiking sticker on the Toyota Tacoma. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it looks like it's parked at a trailhead. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Okay. And I don't know what that plate is.
It's an Ohio plate.
You're an Ohio plate. Okay. And then lastly, down here we have some stickers on the Subaru here. This is interesting. So we have like a yoga frog, an equality sticker, a Tim Apple sticker. Is that a
Virginia sticker?
Virginia. And then what's the square over here? Is that it's not, it looks like M something. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Maybe another state. There is no other rectangle state besides Wyoming, Colorado.
I'm not sure. Good question.
Yeah. Maybe it's North Dakota. I don't know. Anyway, a Tim Apple sticker, Champ license plate frame. Okay. All right. And it's the Subaru that has like some extra black plastic shit, like the Rocky Mountain Edition Forester or something.
Mm-hmm.
That looks a little tactibro, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ian, I gotta tell you, I think these are in order. I really do, because I mean, there's a hiking sticker on the Tacoma. If this, if the Tacoma is Ski Boys, I'm going to be upset. I think the Forester is Ski Boys, and I think the Accord Coupe is Dinghy.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to change an answer?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, the solution is in the Dave Don't Look folder. If you're sure you're ready.
Pardon me. Here we go. Ian, I got them all right.
You got them all right. I was trying to throw you with like a real obvious one. I was going to see if I could get you to noodle.
Like Van Halen. Look at us giving each other like very on the nose ones.
We're now at this is like the scene in The Princess Bride, where it's you know that I know that you know that I know.
Right. Yes.
That's where we're at with this game now.
Yep.
We're trying to stump each other by giving each other obvious ones.
I do like I wish that we hadn't seen GUNCLES together, because I think GUNCLES, Ski Boys, and Third would make a wonderful license plate game.
Yeah, I am in love with Ski Boys. Like that is just such a like lean into the Colorado stereotype as hard as you possibly can thing, you know.
On a Subaru. Yeah, right?
Just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, no notes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was so excited. That was one that Jenny took this because I was like, get it. Take a picture.
Yeah, you just fling your phone in your partner's face and just like do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well done.
You too, man. Yeah, thank you for that plate game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, buddy. Well, episode 401, Ian. Episode 401.
401.
Yeah, breaking off the hundo with my boy.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Do we have to do anything else? We done?
Are we done here?
Are we done here?
I think we wrapped it, man. I think we did a car show.
I didn't do an album.
Oh, give us an album of the week, young man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right. So when I had the rental car this last time and I saw the bad flag and all that, I also went to go see a concert at a venue that I've wanted to go to for like 20 years, called the 930 Club in DC.
Okay.
Never been there. Didn't realize how fucking tiny it is. It's real small in there.
Yeah.
But I got to see a band that I love called the Walkmen, who like they were a part of that like early 2000s New York scene with like Interpol and yeahs and The National and all those bands that were kind of coming out around that time. And for whatever reason, these guys they were like my favorite from that era. All of their albums are great. But like they never broke through for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so they broke up in like 2013, about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And so they're doing a reunion tour. And I, let's say for legal purposes, happened to be in the city on a work trip the same time they were doing the Washington date. And so it worked out for me to go see them. Okay. I certainly didn't book the ticket first and then build the work trip around it later. That would be absurd.
Yeah.
But it was such a good show. And it was like they're originally from DC. Like they formed in New York, but they're all from DC. So like their parents were there. And like,
yes,
you know, like everyone was singing along to everything. And it just felt like everyone was just excited to see them together again.
Yeah. Nobody just went to that show just to go to a show.
Right. Nobody was there on accident.
Right.
You know, like nobody was just like chatting the whole time, you know, like that sort of thing. Like it was a great crowd. It was an awesome venue so it's one of the best shows I've been to in a long time. Yeah. So I'm going to pick their I think 2010 album, Lisbon, which is sort of like halfway between their like more mellow stuff and their more upbeat stuff.
Okay.
But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of their records. They're all great.
Okay.
But this is a good place. This is a good place to start.
Nice. Okay. I will check this out. Yeah.
Very like pretty shimmery guitars, and like his voice is. Some people don't like his voice, but it's very distinct and big. And the drummer is fucking incredible.
Okay. Yeah. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ian's album of the week, The Walkmen, Lisbon.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, go check that one out.
Okay. Right on, dude.
Yeah, and maybe if you like it, of course, after I went through all this trouble to get to DC to see them, they announced the Denver show.
Hey, now you get to see them. You get to see the home show and then the away game as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice. Right on. I was going to ask if they had a Denver date and you just chose to ignore it.
They literally announced it like the week before I was going, and I was like, son of a bitch. Yeah.
You know, DC is a great concert city, right?
It is, and I'm so happy I made it to the 930 Club. I think they're moving that venue now, so like, it was. I heard about that's actually like my first introduction to podcasts was NPR's All Songs Considered.
Oh,
back in like I started listening to that in like 2006 or 7. It was definitely 2007 at the latest.
Okay.
Because I remember distinctly listening to it at a job that I only had in 2007. So, so I've been wanting to go there since at least then, because they used to record a lot of concerts and put it on the podcast at 930 Club.
Okay.
And so I've always been intrigued by it.
Right on.
Yeah, and like read about it on Pitchfork in the early 2000s, that sort of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway.
Nice, man.
Living out my early 2000s dreams.
Hey, that's okay. That's all right, man. I mean, what else are you supposed to do in your late 30s?
Very late. My extremely late 30s.
You're extremely late. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everybody, I think we did a car show.
We did. Links to Ian's album of the week, Bandcamp, Apple Music, and Spotify will be in the YouTube description.
Yeah. America, be a good tourist. Guys, be a good tourist.
Yeah.
Be a good representative.
Don't
embarrass us.
Yeah, or just put a Canadian flag on your backpack and be a dick.
There you go. I like that. Yeah, those guys have had it too good for too long. Instead of being better people ourselves, let's ruin someone else's reputation.
I mean, that's on brand.
Oh man, I like that so much. That's such a much more attainable goal,
right? Than actually improving ourselves
for the birds.
Yeah. No. Let's continue to be assholes and just change somebody's field of view a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's continue to be assholes and gaslight at the same time.
Yeah. We'll expand our repertoire.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So do that or be a better tourist. Yeah.
Everybody, tell a friend about us. If you're new here, sorry. Thank you. And hope you keep coming back. Everybody, we love you. Thank you. Adieu.